What's up, fiends? Alucard here, and I'm back for another Tubi Tuesday. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tubi Tuesday. Today I am covering a Lucio Fulci movie called Manhattan Baby. This past weekend was Mr. Fulci's birthday, so I figured why not celebrate by covering one of his movies for Tubi Tuesday, since there are actually a couple of them on Tubi. So I decided to watch Manhattan Baby, which I have never seen before. And so let's get into it. It was made in 1982, of course, directed by Lucio Fulci, and music by Fabio Frizzi, who I adore. It stars Christopher Connolly as Professor George Hacker. He's like an archaeologist, type of Indiana Jonesy type fella. His wife, Emily, played by Martha Taylor, aka Laura Lenzi. His daughter Susie, played by Brigitta Boccoli. I'm sure I'm butchering that. My apologies for anyone that speaks Italian. I do not speak Italian, so I'm sure I'm butchering a bunch of these things. Um, his son Tommy, played by Giovanni Frizza, and their nanny, named Jamie Lee. Yes, the nanny, aka babysitter, named Jamie Lee, played by Cinzia DePonte. So basically, this movie is about the archaeologist guy. He opens up this tomb, even though he's warned by all the local people not to open this tomb. And he basically gets like this blue laser thing into his eyeballs, and he gets blinded by the whole thing. Meanwhile, his daughter Susie meets a local person who gives her uh, this like Eye of Ra amulet looking thing. So now the daughter becomes possessed by the evil spirit that was unleashed when the dad opened up the tomb. Yes, I know there's a lot going on in like the first like 10 minutes of this movie. This is like, wait, what? Okay, so this happens and this happens. It's a lot. So basically, the family returns to their home in New York City, and all this strange, really strange stuff starts happening, as well as all these like grisly, gory murders. But we end up finding out that the Eye of Ra looking thing, if you know what I'm talking about, that Eye of Ra, uh, that little symbol is a sacred symbol of the Grand Shadow, and it's from some god named Habnumenor, something like that. It's yeah, all the names and stuff are kind of wacky. Anyway, so basically the rest of the story is them dealing with this. The guy trying to get his sight back, the daughter dealing with all the like evil possession type thing. There's a lot of like exorcist type of stuff and Rosemary's Baby uh, type of things up in here. But it was legitimately filmed in Cairo, Egypt. So like the beginning part. So I thought that was kind of cool. And also New York City, and of course in Rome. You know where Fulci's from. It was a budget of $300,000. I'm not sure if that's American dollars or what. I'm not sure. I just said 300,000 and it had a dollar, like the American dollar symbol. So that's what I assume. We'll see. What did I not like about this movie? Well, okay, so it's one of these like weird Italian supernatural horror movies. So it's oddly paced. Because all these movies are oddly paced to us American folks, uh, just because it's so different than what we're used to. Um, but yeah, the pacing is a little off. Sometimes it ramps up like really like, and then all of a sudden it just dies for like 20 minutes. And that happens a couple times in this movie. Another thing that really bugs me is they repeat a lot of the same type of lines over and over again. Um, like like say this, the pencil's red. Well, they'll say it's red, and then 10 minutes later, this pencil's burgundy. Oh, a little bit later, oh, this is apple candy red. It's like, yeah, okay, we get it. You don't have to beat it over the head. I got you. And then there's one scene in a hospital where there's this like really really annoying beeping sound that is very prolonged and very. It's like, oh gosh, shut up, just shut up. Um, yeah, that annoyed me. I mean, I get it, and that's what they were going for, and they did it. So what did I like about this movie? Of course, the cinematography is outstanding. It's really outstanding in all pretty much just about every Fulci movie. Um, the soundtrack by Fabio Frizzi is stupendous as usual. One of the greatest, I think, and I still think underrated film composers of recent times. There was a very eerie atmosphere throughout this whole movie. So it really, if you're looking for that eerie feeling, this is definitely a movie to watch. And it had some really brutal kills in this movie. It really did, especially the one. I'll kind of explain a couple. There's one where it's in Egypt and there's a trap door and the guy falls and he falls down into a bed of spikes. That one was pretty cool. There's another one involving an elevator uh, that I thought was really neat and different because the elevator kind of started falling apart and like the guy just kind of drops. Yeah, it was so that's actually two dropping deaths, but they were very different from one another. And then there's another one that I really liked involving a bunch of birds. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that one because that gives stuff away. But yeah, overall, I was very entertained by this. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Uh, I am, however, a big Lucio Fulci fan, so I mean that may have something to do with it. I pretty much most of it. There's only one or two of his I really can't not really into. Um, Now this one is one that actually doesn't get talked about a lot. Um, I can kind of see why because it's not the strongest story. Of course, you're not really watching a Fulci movie for the story. You're watching it for the atmosphere and for the bloody stuff and the crazy stuff. Um, Fulci was never a real big on the actual storytelling aspect, in my personal opinion. He's more of a visual guy, so that's what you're really looking for here. You know what I mean? And in that, it definitely delivered. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this one 3 bats out of 5. It's not for everybody, but if you do like Fulci or Italian horror, I say give it a go. And like I said, it is available on Tubi, and I'm glad I finally saw it. It's been on my watch list for quite a while, and I was very happy that Tubi had it. So yeah. So all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Remember to stay spooky. Peace.